Good morning and happy Friday. Amy Looper here with Relativity Sales. I wanted to take this moment to have coffee with you really quickly and give you 3 tips on how to add a little bit more empathy into your sales meetings. I've been coaching quite a few business leaders and also veteran sales reps on, how to really move the needle forward in their sales processes, and where it seems to be getting stuck is, people will be getting meetings, people will be connecting with customers, but then it kind of falls flat and there's no pipeline really generated after that. So after digging in a little bit, one of the common things that I'm seeing are, if you are an achievement-oriented personality, you love to reach goals, you are always, busy, you love to just go, 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 and do new things, and your calendar's probably, very full of different things that you want to achieve in personal and professional life, you can sometimes miss the mark on listening. Believe me, I have been there. So these are some of the things that have helped me really stay focused when I'm with my customers on actively listening and making sure I'm understanding my customer. Number one, don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions that after so many years of working in a particular industry or with a particular client that you know what they're going to say, right? That can be an easy trap to fall into. So just don't make assumptions. Really make sure that you are turning off, distractions and listening to what that person is saying, because their pain point of the day or of that week, etc., may just come out in an inflection within that conversation that would be a trigger for you on the receiving end of that conversation, to be able to really ask more questions and to really probe a little bit further and really, sink into that, whatever that pain point is, and really understand where that's coming from, right? And there may be a lot more to what they say that requires some really, empathetic responses, like, oh, I am so sorry to hear that you're going through this. I heard something similar with, my client, down the road, and gosh, this is how they're dealing with it. Is that kind of, where you're at? And so using some of that dialogue can be helpful. The second thing is to really make sure that you take notes after your meeting. I was, for years, in fact, my whole career, I was like, always having a notepad, always taking notes during meetings. And I thought I was on top of it because I took notes and all that. And then I went to this leadership course about 9 months ago. And they said, you know what, when you're taking notes, you're actually not actively listening. And I thought, no, that's not true. And it actually is true. When you're sitting there and you're taking notes, you're actually thinking about something that somebody said 2 minutes ago, right? So you're not really active in that conversation. You're behind the 8 ball, like at least 1 to 2 minutes. So by taking notes after your call, like certainly that helps all of us who have short-term memory to be able to remember what you need to do and follow up for that meeting. But while you're in that meeting, like really just be present with them. Have a coffee if you need to keep busy, keep those hands busy, whatever you need to do. But just really listen and like build that relationship. And it is dramatically will change the way that you go about your business. Lastly, number 3, it may seem obvious, but turn off all distractions. I still see, when I coach reps and call shadow, I still see reps all the time hammering away at either note taking on the keyboard, which is super distracting, especially if you're on Zoom person. Just turn it all off and really sink into who you're listening to. I just wanted to bring up those thoughts today. Next week, we're going to be diving into how to strengthen your discovery calls so that you can continue to build a very strong pipeline into 2021. Until then, have a good weekend.